CALA now.
Hi, Dorothy. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Thank you for coming here. I think you recognize some of the people here. Imran and Michael Huang. I don't know if anyone else has met you before.
Yeah. Hi,
Is it-
Dorothy.
Oh, that's
Hi,
Dr.
Dorothy.
他们在跟你说嗨，妈妈。
Yes.
Hello.
So it's good to see you. I know some people are just coming in. We don't have a necessarily a quorum yet, but we can start with the beginning part, which is the introduction. So we can start that first. I'm very grateful that Dorothy Lee and Lily Lee are here with us today. They are families of the late Dr. Zhichong Lee, who is a major co-founder of CALA in the Midwest chapter in 1973. And now this year we celebrate our 50th anniversary. So we dedicate all the work and all the honor back to Dr. Lee and the work he's done to bring CALA together and bring all of us here from North America, Canada, and Asia Pacific region. So I will hand it over to you, Dorothy, if you want to say a few things.
Okay, do you want me speaking English or Chinese?
随便你, yeah, so it's up to you.
Okay, it's very happy to see all of you for the 50th anniversary of the CALA. And I would like to tell you how wonderful to be a librarian, because I have been a librarian since I graduated from the library school until I retired. And I was at public library first, and in the Chicago Public Library. And then I became the law library. I worked for the John Marshall Law School and the Brooklyn Law School. And I think the librarianship is a wonderful job for men and the women, and particularly for women, because it takes patience and also love. So I think I would encourage everyone, if possible, we should recruiting more librarians for our Chinese community. And I really enjoyed my work as librarian. I came first as a cataloger at the Chicago Public Library. And I think that's a very good beginning. I would encourage anyone to starting your library position to starting with the cataloging department, because that's the way you know the collection of the library, and also you know how important the library is, because the cataloging job is tedious. However, I like that. And I was a cataloging librarian for a long time at the Chicago Public Library. And then because my undergraduate was a law school, so I graduated from the John Marshall, graduated from the National Taiwan University Law School. And I always feel, I like to use my law background for the library. And because the law librarians are a very special library. And I would like to encourage more law students go to the librarianship, because I think we need more good law librarians for the Chinese people. And because the library is the place people want to go to get the information. And if a law librarian, you have the law background and the library background, and you become a law librarian, it will be very helpful for the Chinese community. And I also think I would like to encourage, I know there are more Chinese, more female librarians in the library work, but I think female is really good for the libraries, because I think in general, females have more patience, and we can deal with the special customers. So I enjoyed my library work very much. And also I think my first job in the Chicago Public Library become the cataloger, that's a very good help. And so I want to encourage all the library students go to the cataloging and technical services first, and then go to the reference services. Because I think reference librarians, if you have a cataloging or technical services background, you do be a good, very good reference librarian. And I want to encourage you, more Chinese students go to the library school, and now called information science school. I enjoy the library work very much. I started as the cataloging in the Chicago Public Library, and I think I got a very good training for the trainer, and he was from Japan, and he was a very good teacher for the catalogers and very strict. So I think catalogers needed to be very strict. However, as a reference library, you have to be a very friendly, make your customer as your friends. And the late part, they like to ask you for asking questions. So I think we needed both reference and cataloging librarians. When I came to the United States, almost all the Chinese students, no matter the foreign language major or law school major, we all went to the library school because we know library is the best place you can meet the people. Because when people come to the library, they really want to know, to learn something. And you are the person, you can give them the education, the help. And I think that they always come to the library because in their mind, librarians is the most favorite and friendly position they can imagine. And I think that if you do a good job, you are going to recruit more librarians to the field. And we really need very good librarians. I think be a good librarian, not only you should have a very friendly and also helping mind. And also you should always try to improve yourself because you are the person to make the world better. And without you, the world will not be as good as today. So I am very proud to be a librarian.
Thank you so much, Dorothy, for that wonderful opening remarks. We truly could not have been here in CALA together without you and Dr. Lee and your family support for these many years for CALA. And so we are really, really grateful and thankful. And I just want to open up here for anyone here in our meeting, if anyone wants to have a response before we proceed.
I just wanted to say, beautifully said, Dorothy. Thank you for all that you've done and reminding us of how important it is. My my aunt worked for the Library of Congress as well, and I think we all have a giving spirit, and also the reminder of our own role in our responsibility of being a good person. So thank you.
Well, I'm very happy to see all of you and hope you will make the Chinese American Librarians Association even more successful. I think this is a wonderful organization and the librarians is a very good position. I would like to encourage more Chinese American librarians to join the library field. And not only that, I think, see, I started as a cataloger at the Chicago Public Library, and I don't feel that's enough. So as a librarian, you should always try to prove yourself that you can be a good librarian, but also you have to improve yourself to make self as a very good librarian. And I would encourage more Chinese to go to the library field. When we went to the library school, because we thought, oh, that's a place you can find a job it's easy to find a job. But I think librarianship is not only for a place to find a good job, because that's a place you have influence. You can help people, help the old people get a better life in their old age, can help the younger people get a good education, not only in the regular education, but in the library education. I'm very proud to be a librarian, and I'm happy to see the Chinese American librarians 50th anniversary. I hope it will have another 50 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dorothy. We will preserve your story and what you shared as an oral history record. So we have that in our YouTube channel with also the late Dr. Lee. And I wanted to see, Lily, if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick comment, Ray. I don't know if this is like the right forum, but as Dr. Gao knows this, but I attend several Bloomberg conferences, and one of them was on AI, which I thought was very interesting. And I just got in contact with Bloomberg's career placement, because a lot of the problems, what I noticed is that students who graduate from graduate school of library and information science, they think they're not coming out to make a lot of money, right? Because they're either going to the library field or whatever. But there are many fields that would look for students like that, like besides Bloomberg, obviously, but also the obvious like Google or IBM. But I also found out like companies like Genome, the hospitals, or what was the other one? Otis Elevator. They are looking for data analyst students. And I think the university should try to find a way to like place them into that. But what I'm trying to bring up to you is that I know this organization was originally started as just librarians, but I think it should be opened up to a greater field to people who graduated with library or information science, but also people who are in all those different fields. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really great point. We do have people who specialize in AI and library systems, looking at ChatGPT, but also we have someone who's a digital asset management, Albina, who works at the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. So there's a lot of digital asset management work and data analysts that you're saying. I think we definitely look forward to those partnerships. Dr. Anthony Chow, who's on our board, who's here right now, he's the director of the Information School at San Jose State University. And Dr. Lian Ran, who you are well familiar with, she works at the Fire Service Institute. So that's like a special area, right, outside of in libraries and outside of libraries. So it's definitely a lot of, and Edward Lin, who's a business librarian, he looks at a lot of the data too. So there's some overlaps, but I see your point there. Yeah.
Just to expand, you know, the membership. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's something we can definitely talk about with the executive committee and the membership committee, and we'll definitely make more marketing support to outreach to those folks that you mentioned in the data analytics, data science area that you were saying.
Okay, but yes, congratulations to CALA for the 50th, and Ray, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. And I just want to say, Lily, that we will be in touch for the Northeast chapter. There's some members who are interested in connecting with you in person. So I'll be in touch with that.
Okay, great. All right, nice meeting you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to see you all.
Thank you very much.
And we have Dr. Gao. I don't know if you're here, if you want to say something. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation from Doris and Lily to inviting me, to this CALA board of director meeting. So I know some of the participants here in person. So happy to meet everybody here. So I absolutely agree with Lily's points and Doris' point about librarianship and what shall we do in the coming years. And you know what? I think we should keep all the doors open and observe new knowledge to give our students more opportunities and train them not only be a wonderful librarians, but be a great information professionals in the field. So we are here to support them. So I believe CALA can do more in the coming years, to bridge the market and the institution and for the school who train librarians. So let's work together, from Northeast, Central, Midwest, to the West, we can work together. There are so many Chinese people, wonderful Chinese students here. Let's help them to be a stronger, librarian group, as well as information professional group. So we will have, more prominent representation in the job market. Then the newcomers will do better than us and make more contribution to the beautiful world. Thank you. That are my points. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gao. Can you also share your introduction, where you're located?
So I'm in Chicago, Dominican University, School of Information Studies. So I know Lian is here. I know her at Dr. Lee's house, in Chicago. Then we became very good friends, in the fields. And I visit her library several times in the past few years. I love the fire department, the libraries. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Gao. Yeah. Did someone want to say something? Yeah, so Dr. Gao, Dorothy, Lily, thank you so much for making time to be here today. I know you all have busy schedules, so feel free to hop off if you want to, or if you want to stay on and learn more about CALA, feel free. The one thing I do want to note is that we also have an Asia Pacific chapter that's led by Katharina Lee, who is based in Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. And we've actually been talking, there's an AI conference that she's collaborating with somebody at MIT just to bring more promotion through CALA. So there's going to be some other activities that we can certainly talk and partner, lots of potential. So thank you again.